Hello dear students. So today we shall discuss the forces due to magnetic fields. Okay. So the point of discussion is forces due to magnetic fields. Okay. So force due to the magnetic field can be experienced in the following three ways. Okay. So in three ways we can experience the force due to the magnetic field. So the first way is due to the moving charge particle in magnetic field. So the first is due to the moving charged particle in the magnetic field. Magnetic field. Okay. And the second one is on a current element in an external magnetic field, and third one is between the two current elements. Okay, so that we will discuss later on. So let us discuss this first part, that is due to the moving charge particle in the magnetic field. Okay, so so since we know that the force on a charged particle, okay, force on a charged particle, simply a force on a charged particle, Fe. Okay, Fe can be written as what? Since it is a charged particle, so there will be existence of electric field. So what? Q into E. Okay, this we already know because E equals to F by Q, so Fe equal to Q into E. Okay, what is Fe? Where this Fe is what? The electric force on stationary or moving electric charge. Electric force on the stationary or moving electric charge Q. Okay, in an electric field. So now this is the force on, or you can say electrostatic force on the charged particle. Now what is magnetic force Fm experienced by the moving charge, okay, with a velocity u in a magnetic field. So the this magnetic force Fm, okay, so this magnetic force Fm experienced by the charge moving with velocity u in magnetic field. Okay, so that is given by this Fm equals to q u cross b. Okay, you might have studied this F. We write F equals to BQV. Okay, so what is this BQV? B is the magnetic flux density, Q is the charge, and V is the velocity. So in the vector form we can write it Fm equals to Q u cross B. Okay, now Fm is perpendicular to both u and B. Okay, this Fm is perpendicular to both what? U and this B. U is the velocity and B is the magnetic flux density. So for a moving charge Q in the presence of both electric and magnetic field. Okay, so so for for a moving charge Q in the presence of in the presence of both electric and magnetic fields, both electric and magnetic fields the total force on the charge. The total force on the charge is given by. So now this Q charge is under the influence of both electric as well as the magnetic field. Okay. So then the total force on the charge is given by what? F equals to, I should write it here, F equals to Fe plus Fm. Okay. So Fe is what? This, the influence of the force on charged particle under the influence of electrostatic field, and this Fm is the force on charged particle moving under the influence of magnetic field. Okay. So if we simply put the values, then what will happen? This F can be written as, in place of Fe we will write Q E, and in place of Fm we can write Q U cross B. Okay. Now this Q can be taken common. This Q can be taken as common. So F equals to this Q, and inside it is E plus U cross B. So this is known as the Lorentz force equation. What it is called? It is called the, this is called the Lorentz force equation. Lorentz force equation. Okay. F equals to Q E plus U cross B. This is called the Lorentz force equation. So this is our first part. Okay. I had discussed in the beginning that the force due to magnetic field can be experienced in three ways. So the first way was due to the moving charge particle in the magnetic field. Okay. Now the second way is on a current element, on a current element in an external magnetic field. In an external magnetic field. Okay. So this is the second way for the force due to magnetic field. So since we know that the current density, okay, this J can be written as rho V into U. Okay. Now the relationship between the current element is given by what? IDL for the line current, for the surface current it is KDS, and for the volume it is JdV. Okay. Let it be equation 1 and let it be equation 2. Now from 1 and 2, what can be concluded? From equation 1 and equation 2, we can conclude that this IDL equals to rho V U into dV. Okay. Because this IDL equals to what? JdV, and in place of this JdV we can write rho V U into dV. In place of this J we can put this value from equation 1. So it is rho V U dV. Now if we take it at one side, this rho V and dV, and let U be separated, then this is equals to what? You might be recalling that this volume charge density equals to dq upon dv, charge per unit volume. So from here this rho v dv can be written as dq. In this, at this part we can write, this part can be written as what, dq. So we can write this dq into u. Okay, now alternatively this IDL can be written as what, I can be written as, current is defined as the rate of flow of charge, so this is dq upon dt. Okay, and into dl. Okay, so this is dq and dl upon dt. Okay, can we write like this or not? So hence from equation, let's say it is 3 and equation this is 4. Now see this equation 3 and 4, IDL equals to dq into u. Now here IDL equals to dq into dl upon dt. Yes or no? So what can be concluded? This IDL, here also we can write dq and dl upon dt is what? Again u. Okay, rate of change of displacement is velocity, so dq into u. So hence this IDL equals to dq into u. Okay, this IDL equals to dq into u. Now we have one relation which we proved just now, or we know it. Fm equals to q u cross, this Fm equals to q u cross b. Now IDL equals to dq into u, that is charge multiplied by this velocity. So this q into u, if for the differential charge we consider, this q into u can be replaced by IDL. So the net force on a current element IDL, so net force on a current element IDL in magnetic field B, is given by this dF equals to IDL cross B. Okay, this dF equals to IDL cross B. So what we have written, this dF equals to IDL cross B. Now if the current I is flowing through a closed path L or circuit, then the force on the circuit is given by, if the current I is flowing through a closed path, a closed path L. Okay, closed path or L or circuit, then what will the force? Then the force on the circuit or that closed path is given by, okay, so what will be that force? That force F will be what? This closed line integral I dl cross B. So this will be the force. Okay, for the, in case the current I is flowing through a closed path, so F will be the closed line integral of IDL cross B. And for the surface current, For the surface current, similarly, if we write, so what we can write, this F equals to closed surface, okay, K ds, this IDL will be replaced by K ds for the surface, and similarly cross B, okay. So this will be the, this is for what? For surface current element, for surface current element, okay. And for the volume current element, F equals to closed volume integral J d V cross B. So this relation holds good for the volume current element. For volume current element, okay. Now we shall discuss the third part, that is force between two current elements, okay. So the third part is force between two current elements, okay. So let us draw two filament or current carrying conductors. Let's say with this I1 current is flowing, and another conductor is like this, and through this I2 current is flowing, okay. This is the first conductor and this one is the second conductor. Now if we consider a current element, okay, on the first one, that it will be what? This will be I1 dl1, okay, and on the second conductor, if we consider an element, then this will be what? I2 dl2, okay. And we join these two currents, and let's say the vector joining these two current elements of the two conductors, that is R21, and from this side it is R12, okay. So now let us consider the force between the two elements I1 dl1 and I2 dl2, okay. Now according to Biot-Savart's law, according to the Biot-Savart's law, both current elements produce magnetic field, okay. Both current elements produce magnetic fields, okay. Obviously if a current carrying conductor is there, then it will create a magnetic field, so both the current carrying conductors will produce their own magnetic fields. Now there will be the interaction between the two magnetic fields. So the force D of df1 on current element I1 dl1 due to the field dv2. So the force D of df1, what is D of df1? This is the force on element I1 dl1 due to the field dv2 produced by the element I2 dl2. So what we can write here, it is I1 dl1 cross this dv2. So why we have written I1 dl1? Because this df1 is the force on element I1 dl1. Force on I1 dl1 due to the field dv2 produced by the second element or I2 dl2, okay. So that can be written as this, okay. From Biot-Savart law we can write db2. What is db2? dv2 can be written as mu 0 since it is created by second one. So I2 dl2 cross this vector a r21, okay, and upon 4 pi r square. So this is 4 pi r21 square. Okay, so now if we write this dv2 is substituted here, so what will be this df1? Hence the df1 can be written as mu 0 I1 dl1 cross I2 dl2 cross ar21, okay, and upon this 4 pi r21 square. Okay, so in this way we can represent the force, okay, on this differential element 1 due to the field produced by differential element 2. So this is the representation. Now in order to calculate the total force F1 on the current loop due to current loop 2, means the total force, this is for the differential. Now we are willing to calculate the total force on the differential loop 1 due to the loop 2, the total force. Okay, till now we were considering the element only, okay, the force on this element due to the second element. Now we are considering the total force on this loop 1 due to the total force on this loop 2 due to the field produced due to the loop 2. So now simply we'll have to integrate it. Okay, double integration we'll have to do. So we can write this, the total force F1 equals to what? Mu 0 I1 I2 upon 4 pi. This can be taken out, and since it was d of df1, so double integration will be there. First one for the path L1, that is loop 1, and for the loop 2, this dl cross dl1 cross dl2 cross this ar21 and upon this r21 square. Okay, now the force F2 on loop 2 due to magnetic field B1 from loop 1 is what? This F1 is the force on 1 due to loop 2. Now if I talk vice versa, force on loop 2 due to loop 1, then what will be there? F2. So F2 equals to minus of F1, means both have the same magnitude but the direction is different. This AR21 will be AR12. So obviously AR12 and AR21, okay, these are opposite in direction. So that's why we take this minus sign. The remaining magnitude will be same. Okay, now for the two current carrying conductors, we are now generalizing it. So for the two current carrying conductors, of length L each, the force exerted is given by, what will be the force? The force exerted is given by, what is the force? So that force will be mu I1 I2 L upon this 2 pi t. Okay, so this will be the force in newtons.